How's it going, everyone? I've got another review for Delta Threat here. I'm doing the support. I'm going to be watching Sparrow. She plays Mercy on the first bit. I don't remember if she swaps, but we'll be talking about Mercy a little bit. Okay. This is second video for Delta Threat. Anubis defense. Let's go. Okay. Again, more micro stuff. A little bit less focus on macro. I want to talk about some individual things. But first of all, you should be doing whenever you're playing Mercy, whenever anyone's playing Mercy, before the game starts, you should take a look at your comp and figure out who should be damage boosting and when. Okay. So if we're looking at Delta Threat's team, which is red, their normal boost targets are going to be Ashe. That's pretty standard in a neutral fight. Zarya if she's high charge. Ryan if he's in the thick of things, swinging and getting a lot of cleave. But Ashe is the pretty standard one. And then Ashe is going to get a lot of the priority since you have another main healer who can focus on healing the tanks in Ana. But if Ana dies for whatever reason, or you're the only one left, then you have to focus more on healing as opposed to damage boosting. But while Ana's alive and people aren't taking damage, I'm going to be looking at how much damage boosting you're actually doing, or who you're targeting. Probably look at some positioning stuff as well, but that's whatever. Yeah. If we're looking at their comp, if someone gets hooked, you want to be healing them. Or if the Ashe is taking a duel with the enemy Widow, you want to be making sure that you're pocketing her, so she has damage boost, so she's that one-shot potential to give your Ashe some sort of advantage in that duel. Yeah, okay. Or if someone gets slammed by the ball, that's who you're going to be looking. So Ana gets hooked, you heal her, that's fine. Okay, you should be damage boosting the Ashe. Right, okay, so you have to prioritize healing a little bit more here, but no one's really taking damage right now, right? These two aren't taking damage, you should be damage boosting them, right? Ashe should be clear damage boost, easy, and then swap as soon as you see someone who needs healing, right? If someone took chip damage and your Ana was alive, then you just be like, okay, I'm just going to leave it to the Ana so you get more value out of damage boosting, right? A lot of Mercy's value comes from damage boosting, especially if you're playing with like Mercy, Ashe, or you're playing like a Pharah Mercy or some other like high damage burst character, right? So the more time you spend healing, the less value you're going to be getting. Okay. Also, your positioning is rough. You're like a little puppy dog on that fight, and you're just following your Ashe around into areas that were just more dangerous for you when you could just sit out of cover, right? Like, there's no reason for you to like play peekaboo here, right? Like, look at the sight line. Widow's up here, that's a shot, you're dead. Widow's down here, that's a shot, you're dead. Why are you peeking this? Right? You can easily sit here, damage boost this Ashe, and then heal her if you need. Right? This is still well within range, and you're not opening yourself up to any angles. So you need to figure out the range of your beam more, and be more willing to be further away. But don't peek angles. Don't chase your DPS around. Right? There's no reason for you to be like even here, like fight's not super like Widow's been pushed out, whatever, right? Widow decides to do a grapple shot on this side. I don't know where she was. She might have been over there. Where's she right now? Yeah, she's back here. Grapple shot up here. You're in LOS. Why are you in LOS? There's no reason. There's no benefit to being here. Right? No benefit. If your Ryan's gonna fire strike, you want to damage boost him? Sure. Or if you're healing your Ryan, just play here. There's no reason for you to be here. There's no reason for you to open yourself up to sight lines. Watch your positioning. Okay? And even if they weren't running an Ashe, like, it's still a similar thing, because you don't need to be stacked on your teammates to actually get value with them, right? You can play a little bit split. So even if they're running, let's say Tracer, right? You can still be a little bit further away from your tank lineup and your Ashe, right? Because if the ball slams, you don't want to be right under him. You don't want to get slammed up with the Ashe, right? You want to be on the outskirts of the slam so you take minimum damage, or so you don't take damage at all and you're just healing the Ashe up as she's getting slammed here. Right? Even if they don't have the pick potential of the Widow. It's a risky res. fine. Again, you're putting yourself at risk. You don't need to be here. Should be damage boosting. You should be damage boosting. There's no need to heal. Your Ana's alive. She's able to heal your tanks, right? She does more healing than you, right? You're gonna get more value damage boosting this Rhino, this Zarya, who as they're beaming down this, soldier, right? You will get more value. Oh yeah, look, I'm all for Valkyrie versus and going aggressive and doing it, but you have to do it at the right time. The fight was already over. It was won. It's just a waste of an ult, right? If that's mid-fight and then your Ashe is dead and there's no one to contest the Widow, right, and you decide to go do that, okay, that's better timing. But the fight's already over. You're wasting an ult. You get, like, no value of it. You don't even kill her, right? Ult's over. Now they're pushing in. Doesn't mean anything. So wasted ult there. If you're gonna battle Mercy, you have to do it at the right time. You shouldn't be... Ryan's not in a swinging range, so you shouldn't be damage boosting him. So damage boosting the Ryan when he's in swinging range, Zarya when she's high charge, and then otherwise you're damage boosting Ashe. You shouldn't be positioned here. What you should be doing is you should be behind these rubble and you should be healing people and damage boosting them, right? Crouch if you need to, right? Use the rocks as cover. They can't shoot you. You can still heal and be valued to your team. Or over here. Right? You're healing your team, damage boosting them, right? Or get up here if you want to be like super greedy with it, but again, this is riskier. Right? Look for positions that you are still in range, but not showing yourself to angles. What angles are the Widows is the Widow like gonna take? Here, here, right? Up here, right? Over here, main. You put yourself in the back cubby in the dark. She can see you in 1, 2, 3-ish. Yeah, we'll say 3. Right? 3 to 4. She can see you in most of those spots. Right? If you're crouching behind here or you're back behind the taller pillar, let's see what she can see. Right? If you're crouching behind that one, she can't see you. She can't see you there. Right? If she's main, she can't see you. If she's high ground, she might be able, if you poke your head out like here, but that's a hard shot for her. Right? Making it much more difficult for her to hit shots. You shouldn't even be on point. There's no reason for you to be on point with your tanks. And you should be damage boosting Ashe right now. You're just leaving her to duel people by herself. Damage boost, damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. You can go help your tanks. That was actually a nice shot, I think. Let's watch that. Did she have sights? She didn't. As you're there. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, but even if your tanks are up here, let's continue with the example of using cover when you're healing and damage boosting. If your tanks are up here, they're taking a fight, let's say with this soldier, right? We'll rewind it a couple of seconds to, right? Your tanks are up here. Your Ryan's here. You want to help him, right? Here, crouching, heal, damage boost, right? In here behind him, heal, damage boost. He pushes out here. You're still playing behind the cover, right? Over here, no angle. No angle up top, no angle main, healing, damage boost as they're pushing through choke, right? These aren't the best examples, but like you should get the idea. Don't show yourself to angles when you're healing and damage boosting someone, right? Learn the range of your beam and find value with it, right? The more time you spend exposed, the less value you get because you have to hide, and the more time you have to heal. You want to be damage boosting more. You guys didn't use ults. Also, you'll build ult faster if you damage boost. Okay, so going here in here I'm okay with because it's the last fight you're trying to get to point whatever, right? Still not great. Like if you're able to stay here and heal or damage boost someone like the Sombra, the Zarya's out of range right now, but right? Or if you went out this door, right? You're healing Ashe, damage boosting her. She's getting value by shooting someone and you're just sitting here for free. No pressure, right? You go to point, whatever, we'll forgive it for now. Because we already talked about like some other positions you could be playing, right? But why are you poking out here? You know the Widow is still alive, right? Okay, sure. Like this should be the farthest you go, right? Why are you going out here? Why are you opening yourself up to main? There's a Widow and a Soldier there. You know this, right? Why not sit here, damage boost Zarya, heal, like damage boost heal Zarya, damage boost Bob, whatever, right? You're getting value, and there's no risk, right? You're getting rewarded by not taking risks, right? That's the point of this VOD. Right? You're getting punished for taking risks instead of just getting value and getting rewarded for taking no risk and just playing safe. Right? As a Mercy, you don't have to peek and get value, right? And then Ana's the same way, right? If Ana's positioned here, she can heal people, but she's at no risk of being picked, right? You have to know Widow's sightlines, and you have to understand that you don't need to open yourself up to them in order to get value. That's just better support positioning. Right? Why would you risk getting shot or getting any sort of pressure if you can just do your job without peeking it, without getting pressure, right? You should position in a way that you're not going to get pressured, but you're still getting value. Right? That's the whole concept of support positioning. Get value without being pressured. If the fight is won, the fight is over. This is for everyone. Let your healers get fucking support alt charge, because that right there would have been the difference between having Valk or not between this next fight. So you should, yeah, damage boost, yep. Some people argue, like higher level widow, like I know some widows that argue like blue beaming them is not efficient, but for you it's fine. Good heal swap when they, yeah. Alright, so Sparrow just got Valk, right? Fight's already started, picks have already gone down. It's a good EMP, right? But she just got Valk. Instead, if she had got the support alt charge from the DPS player, right? She would have been able to be more proactive with it. Right? Use it to try to keep the Zarya alive a little bit longer. She could have already been Valking and supporting Sombra as she's EMPing. Right? Also, you should Valk right here. That's good. Like, Just hog and ball. Like, even when you're in Valk, Widow's up there, position here. Jiggle around it, right? You're supporting it, you're holding point, applying point pressure, healing your tanks, giving them value, but you're still cutting off that Widow's sightline, right? Damage boost. Damage boost. Why are you damage boosting Zarya? She's not gonna get value here. Damage boost, damage boost. Like, Zarya's not gonna be getting value from here. I don't. What charge is he at? He's only at 30 charge. Okay. So the range, but also his low charge. Damage boost them when they're damage boost Zarya's when they're 60 plus. Right? You can damage boost them now, but it's not as effective as damage boosting a Widowmaker at long range because of the energy, right? But also the lobbing. Widow's gonna be way more effective. Okay. Now, if you want to pocket the Zarya so that he can get Grav, that makes more sense, right? But he needs to be playing more aggressive than this, right? It's not value to pocket him right now because he's not getting value out of the damage boost, whereas Widow will get more value out of it. It's risky. Why are you just floating here? Like, why? Like, damage boosting Zarya would be more effective than damage boosting Winston right now, because he's not in range, he's not doing anything, he's not taking damage, so you're not healing him. Right? It's not value. And now you're out of position because you have to fly back to people who actually do need healing, damage boost, right? Or healing and damage boost. So you're putting yourself at risk to get picked again because you're out of position. Right? It's not an easy shot for a Widow to make, to hit that shot. Like, I wouldn't expect her to hit that at this level. But why are you even exposing yourself and putting yourself at that risk? Because you're not getting value out of it. Right? Look at what Winston's doing. Like, whatever. We're not going to talk about, like, what he's doing. But is he getting value out of a damage boost? If you sit here and heal him, is he getting value out of a damage boost? No. He's not shooting anyone. He's not fighting anyone. He's not taking poke. Right? Zarya, Widow, hell, even your Ana is shooting more people and getting more value. Would get more value than in a damage boost because she's actually shooting people. Right? Fly back, put yourself in a easy position to kill. Right? You shouldn't even be here. Right? Again, you shouldn't be here. If either be here, cut off the sight line, or be back here. Right? And then if your Zarya's playing there, okay, here's another thing. Like, beam doesn't go away as you like cut LOS completely, right? So you can just jiggle peek it. Peek, reset the beam. Peek, reset the beam. Right? And then you're still getting the values of healing and damage boosting them as you're playing more defensively, as you're playing cover. So you're not going to get pressured. There's no risk of getting a headshot, or very little risk of getting a headshot, very little risk of getting hooked, right? If you use the peeking method, but just cut off the angles. Please use your position to cut off the angles so that you're still getting value with your heal and damage boost, but you're not going to be pressured. Soldier was flanking you guys, so you probably would have died there anyway, but it's whatever. Damage boost. Damage boost. No one's taking damage. Why aren't you healing? Damage boost him. Look. Zarya is 3/4 HP. Has 3/4 of HP. Start damage boosting her. Right? Ana will get that last bit of healing. If you're playing Mercy Ana is the main healer. You're using Mercy for the damage boost. Right? So get value out of it. No, not value. Zarya or Widow. Zarya or Widow. Remember at the beginning of this, I said recognizing like when to heal and when to damage boost, right? If someone gets hooked, you heal. If someone gets slammed, like your Widow or the person you're pocketing or should be pocketing, right? That's when you swap to heal. Heal, that's fine. Widow, yeah. Yeah, no, here's good. Don't walk out. Do not walk out here. You are lucky that she didn't hit you before, but you're actually in a good position now. Do not walk out. She's dead now, so it's fine, but still. Why are you healing a Primal and Winston? Not value. That's fine because Ana might have gotten slammed by the ball there, so you're swapping heal for her. That's fine. Valk, Valk, Valk. Valk is a proactive ult, not a reactive one. Valk, Valk, Valk. Why aren't you Valking? Okay. So, positioning. Don't open yourself up to angles, right? Especially if they have someone like a Hog, Widow, someone who's going to pick you, right? Position yourself in a way that you can still heal people, but you don't have to show, don't have to get pressured, right? You can use the jiggle peeking one to reset the beam, right? Because it doesn't immediately go on, it doesn't immediately leave after you cut LOS, right? Who are you damage boosting when? High charge Zarya, Ashe, Widow, right? Those characters who are actually doing something, right? And the further away someone is, the more you're going to want to damage boost a long range character, right? So think about your damage boost because it's really important, especially if you're playing two main healers like Ana Mercy, or you play like Bat Mercy. If you're playing another healer with a lot of healing and can take care of the tanks, you should be focusing on damage boost and getting value out of your damage boost, right? Also, Valk is proactive, not reactive, okay? So I hope some people learned some things, and I hope, Sarah, you learned some things whenever you get a chance to look at this. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you later. Peace.